And then so what's going on, because everybody needs dollars. As the United States government, we can print as many dollars as we can. We can't default, right? But someone, so just to go back to the question with the UK and Britain, right? So obviously the Queen just died. Oof. So
long live the Queen.
Long live the Queen, and they also the UK left the euro.
Oh,
as well.
No,
So
that's right. Yeah, for Brexit. Yeah.
For Brexit, so they always had they still had the pound. They never gave up the pound as the currency because it's smart. But they decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna separate because we think some stuff's gonna happen. Now, I do think it was probably the correct decision personally. But what's going on right now is that they need everyone needs dollars. So what's going on is they're printing. Because the dollar's getting so much rarer, they have to print a ton of the pounds in order to sell the pounds on the open market to get dollars in order for them to have the money to pay back loans and just facilitate trade.
Wow.
So that's why every single currency other than I think the Russian ruble and maybe the peso, the Mexican peso, because we're trading so much with we basically have removed so much what's called factories from China. We moved them to Mexico. That Mexico, we're trading so much with Mexico right now that the peso is actually holding up really well. And the peso, the Mexican economy is actually growing, not contracting right now. It's one of the few economies growing right now. And then of course that's the reason they're but it's still a shitty currency. Obviously the peso. I mean, we're talking about the peso here, but that's what's kind of going on right now. So every other country besides maybe Russia, because they're kind of holding all of Europe like by the throat with gas and oil right now because. Everyone needs their cheap gas and oil, especially Germany, right? So the main two powerhouses in all of the Eurozone is basically just outside of the UK, right? Is basically Germany and France. Now France is doing okay. Obviously, there's a lot of leftist bullshit going on in there, but with Germany's a powerhouse and they're huge savers. But the problem is that they need inputs. They need a lot of oil. They need a lot of oil and gas and natural gas. Right, and what's going on is that now that Russia is kind of holding that back and stuff, and then you saw the whole pipeline getting blown up and stuff. The prices are just skyrocketing, as well as like demand for heating and everything like that, and electricity and stuff just spikes during the winter because they actually get a winter. Like over here, like winter, just like you put in Vegas, you used to put a jacket on at worst case for like a month, maybe. Over there, like you could freeze to death.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Well,
then it becomes a commodity. I mean, remember when Kiyosaki and